Wow. Jenny, I'm only wearing shorts, girl. Nothing to see here. Okay. Who owns my scars? For they are not of my own creation. On a body that is not of my own manifestation, but the creation of an ancestry. It is a culmination of my mother's tears and father's dreams, grandmother's debt, thirst of a grandfather, father, uncle, mother that is now mine, but has chrysalised into a rampant fire that grows without liquor and doesn't die without food. But it grows hotter with time and lulls until the wind of fate stirs, a core grown molten and in need of feeding. Its tendrils like veins of magma through golem of yore. The responsibility is not yours, nor is it mine. What right, and in whose name could we dare challenge this web of rock across a body that we do not own? For it cannot be a shackle if it has no owner, and thus by nature we cannot be enslaved, nor can we be raped. For if my mother's molestation is not her memory by right, but owned by a mother from whose scars she was birthed, what right do I have to the secret of quenched thirst, turned advantage taken, and lull of midsummer night? For I too was birthed of a scar, one that is visible, and traverses flat white flesh from button to belly, a scar of my creation on a body that made my creation, yet is not my creator, but nearly another culmination of tears and dreams, burdened by grandmother's debt and grandmother's death, thirst of a grandfather, husband, brother, uncle, mother, and son, but will always be hers. That was called Matriarchy, and this next one is entitled Vomit Rebellion. I need a puke, not of food or water or the bile, that which sits at the bottom of the convulsing organ and slowly burns its ways into the pit of my very heart with its uprising, protest, heaving violence, digging with the alcohol-fueled recklessness of brutal words and bruised hips, upon which my mind swings to and fro, before spilling down my thighs and pooling in between my toes. No, I reach quicking hand down throat to find the barest of purchase upon tips of nails and drag, yank, rend forth images, glossy pages to emblazon a sickness upon, so that it can grow into a moving image solidified by heaving, like the pause button, which appears upon the porn video as soon as I dare touch it, offering the stillness of liquid desire that longs to pour from between my vomit-covered thighs, splashing pure neon white upon the red earth, unleashing reverberant electro beats, a candy-sweet monster, howling, soaring pop melodies by the name of Ain't White Enough, Ain't Thin Enough, Ain't Glamorous, Ain't Tough Till You Kill a Faggot, No, You Rich Enough to Buy the Stuff, and the wobbling legs, and quake with the simulated fucks that accompany each and every single. Why my single ass the coughing cries that accompanies expulsion? Why my fat tetrabytes of programmed blood flecking the saliva of my paper-cut tongue? Why my queer? I use it like gasoline, pouring archetype after insult, after compliment, after 20 years worth of cut hair atop of it, the sheer act causing enough friction that its heat topples, the flame spread, video viral, tempering blackened pages into a mirror, warped recording playing back until stopping through, slinging acid words, pretty, perfect, and powerless. Priority purge yourself into purgatory. Media marvels make madness, medicalized misogyny, matriculates malcontent, violence vocalized, colonialism considered. I've had enough of this shit. Transgress, transform, transcend, regurgitate a revolution. There's an uneasiness in the pit of my core, a tremble, quick quiver that creeps throughout my limbs, so that when I hold a pen, what comes forth is quivering pictographs, so that when I open my mouth, what comes forth is shaking syllables. reveal the bristle of red roses and mist from which I was born, and paint your face with the faces of my never-to-bes, for they are your kin. Those that fell before arising to mold amongst the shale, for you too shall meet the gardener's fate, and like so many pictures and songs and stains, see nothing but erasure. For we are the uneasy creations, those that go noticed, those that move of our own accord despite our roots, but are told it's nothing but the wind, and we wait for the tremble quick shiver to unroot us, so that when comes we know and we go. Our fallen berries staining the earth red with the memory of our pictures, the sharp-edged leaves which adorn our limbs, singing with motion in the sap, leaving a trail of crystal creation, so those that seek to follow may